everyone, here I am again, Tracy Shorley, and I'm doing our holiday videos. Remember, we don't have every holiday because there's so many to celebrate. We just picked some of the top ones when we Google searched. And I have my mask on today because the cleaning crew is in here working, so I'm trying to keep everyone safe. Today we're going to talk about President's Day. Wow, there's a lot of presidents. Do you know that one time when I was in a college course, they made me memorize the presidents? Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison. President's Day.
Can someone with an A badge please come back to the advocacy room? Someone with an A badge come back to the advocacy room?
It's most commonly called President's Day, but the federal holiday is officially called Washington's birthday. The day honors all the previous presidents of the United States. In our picture, we have President Washington and President Lincoln. Those are very famous presidents. We know all of them, don't we? When is President's Day celebrated? It's celebrated in the first month of February, and it's usually the second Monday of the week. So it's not always the same day. It rotates. The second Monday of the week in the month of February is when the day is celebrated. And we celebrate all the presidents of the United States of America. When do we celebrate President's Day? It's the third Monday in February. So it's not always the same day of the week. It is the same day of the week, it's just not the same date. It's the third Monday in February. That's when we celebrate all the presidents of the United States of America. Who celebrates this day? George Washington was our first president. Abraham Lincoln was our 16th president, and both of these men did amazing things for the United States of America. So who celebrates this day? Washington's birthday is a national federal holiday. Many states celebrate Washington's Day, while other states officially call the day President's Day. The holiday is held on or around President George Washington's birthday, which is on February 22nd, and President Abraham Lincoln's birthday, which is February 12th. So they decided, we used to have President's Day and Abraham Lincoln Day and George Washington Day, and they combined it to have one day of President's Day. And they don't have it on their exact birthdays, they have it on the third Monday in the month of February. And now it's called President's Day. Fun facts about presidents. In honor of President's Day, we put together some of our favorite fun facts.
Rick Brand called the thrift store. Rick called the thrift store.
George Washington, who I said before is the first president of the United States of America, is the only president of the United States of America that was voted unanimously, which means every single person decided he should be the president of the United States. So every state representative voted for George Washington. So he is the only president who is the first president to be unanimously voted in, which means everybody wanted him. James Madison and George Washington are the only presidents who signed the Constitution. The Constitution is the rules that the United States of America go by. And those two presidents are the only two presidents that signed it. A lot of other people signed it. I bet you've heard of a famous movie lately, Hamilton. It talks all about the Constitution. I wonder if you've seen that movie. On the day that Lincoln was shot, he told his bodyguard that he dreamt he would be assassinated. So Abraham Lincoln was shot, and he had a premonition or a dream that that was going to happen. Abraham Lincoln often stored things like letters and documents in his stove-piped hat. You know that black hat he wore? That's called a stove-piped hat. And he used to put important papers up inside of his hat so that he wouldn't lose them. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was the first president to appear on television in 1939. So 1939 was the first time we had one of our United States of America presidents on TV. At 42 years, 10 months, 18 days, Teddy Roosevelt was the youngest man to hold the office of president. Ronald Reagan was the oldest person to hold the office of president. He was 69 years and 11 months, so just 1 month away from being 70. Do you know how old you have to be to apply to be the president of the United States? Huh. Did you know there's rules that you have to be? You have to be a United States citizen. You have to be at least 35 years old. You have to have different things in order to be the president of the United States. I wonder what all the rest of them are. I bet you could find it if you Googled it. I'm going to continue with some more interesting facts about our presidents. Did you know that Teddy Roosevelt was blind in his left eye due to an injury in a boxing match? So Teddy Roosevelt was a boxer, and he was blind in his left eye. When Ronald Reagan was shot by an assassin in 1981, he joked, "I forgot to duck." Oh my. The S in Harry S. Truman does not stand for anything. His name is Harry S. Truman. He doesn't have a middle name. My middle initial is L, and my middle name is Lynn. What's your middle name? Harry S. Truman didn't have one. Do you have a middle name? John F. Kennedy was the first president who was a Boy Scout. Wow, that's interesting. I would think Boy Scouts would teach us a lot of skills that we would need. I was a Girl Scout. Were you a Boy Scout? Did you learn a lot of skills when you were in Boy Scouts? Woodrow Wilson was buried at the Washington National Cathedral. He is the only president buried in Washington, D.C. Wow, I didn't know that. That's pretty interesting. All the presidents and only one is buried in Washington, D.C.? That's very interesting. Andrew Jackson was shot in the chest during a gun duel, but managed to stay standing and shoot out his opponent. The bullet could not be safely removed from his chest, and he left it in there for 40 years. Wow. Woodrow Wilson, Andrew Jackson was one strong guy. He had a bullet in his chest for 40 years. Woo. George W. Bush and Donald Trump are the only presidents to have earned a Master's of Business and Administration degree. So, George W. Bush and Donald Trump are the only presidents to have their master's degree. Which makes sense because as presidents progressed, they became more educated. But I would think that maybe a few more would have had their master's degree, but just the two of them do. This one's kind of funny. After working at Baskin-Robbins as a teenager, Barack Obama said he didn't like ice cream anymore. Woo! I am so glad I never worked at a Baskin-Robbins ice cream parlor because I love ice cream. Barack Obama said, nope, after that, no more ice cream for him. Bill Clinton enjoys playing the saxophone, and he plays in a band called the Three Blind Mice. Do you play any instruments? Does your family play any instruments? Anybody on your staff? I don't play any instruments, but I love to listen to music, but I certainly don't have any musical talents. Do you have any musical talents like Bill Clinton? Did you know that John Tyler had 15 children? Woo! The White House must have been popping then. Everybody had their own space. 15 kids, can you imagine? I'm the youngest of 8 children, and I think that's a lot. 15. Woo-wee! That's a lot of kids. How many kids are in your family? James K. Polk was the first president to have his photograph taken while in office. Well, that's interesting. I wonder why. William Henry Harrison died just 32 days after becoming president. He died from a cold he got while standing in the rain giving his inauguration speech. So William Henry Harrison was only president for 32 days. That's a very short presidential campaign. 32 days, not long at all. There's a lot of interesting things about presidents. Remember, we celebrate President's Day in February, the 3rd February of the week. No, not the 3rd February of the week, the 3rd Monday of the week. So it's not always the same day, and we celebrate all of our presidents. This is also a presidential election year, so very soon we're going to see lots and lots of campaigns for a new president for the United States of America. Stay tuned.